I finally am going to be bringing you the Creeping Death guitar lesson. Now, to be very clear, this is specifically going to be James Hetfield's parts, because Kirk Hammett eventually breaks down into the solos. This is specifically just James Hetfield's guitar parts in the song. It seems there's really only one complicated riff, but we'll get to that. But other than that, it's just mostly power chords and palm mutes. So starting with the intro, which is so basically the intro you're gonna go so it's power chord, so you're gonna do the 7 to 9 power chord on the A. And in between all these the chords I'm telling you, you're gonna do like 3 the open E palm mutes, so like 3 or 4 I think. And then the chord. And then 7 to 9 on the A. And then you're gonna do the same palm mute, and then you're gonna do the 7 to 9 on the A, but then you're gonna go and move over to the 5/7 on the A, and you're gonna repeat that for like a few little bits of the whole. And then I play this 2 ways, but basically you do the whole pause. You go. And you're still doing that palm mute pattern, but you're either just gonna play the 10th fret on the A or the 10th fret power chord, and then you play twice palm mutes, and then play that once, but then go to the 9th fret, and again you can either or you can turn it into a power chord and just go. Technology fail there. But either way, after you do that, you're gonna be on the E string, and you're gonna do these power chords really fast. You're gonna go, and it's gonna be 5th fret power chord on the E, then to 3, and then instead of going, it's gonna be you're just gonna move your pointer finger to the 2nd fret. And then this is where James Hetfield kicks in, and this is probably the hardest riff or hardest part of the song, other than the solo, because you want to downstroke just like how James Hetfield plays it, but it's also here it is. Really a lot going on in that one thing, so I'll try to break it down as best as I can. But basically you're just gonna do a bunch of palm mutes and then the E power chord, just and then when you're done with that, and then you do that like 2 times, and then you're gonna take your middle finger. No, I'm not saying fuck you or anything, just you need to see it. Sorry about that. But basically, this is, I would recommend using your middle finger, because that might be the strongest finger to do a hammer on, because you're gonna do a lot of hammer-ons. So yeah, do that 3 times, and then you're gonna play 2, and then just go. So yeah, you're basically gonna hammer on 3 a lot of times, and then release to 0. So, and you just repeat that, and then that even kicks in. Then after that, you're gonna play the 3rd fret power chord on the E, and then just fast downstrokes on this. Basically, the palm mutes on the 2nd fret of the E. And then right before you go back to that 3rd fret power chord, you're gonna do just before, so it's. And then, yeah, you mostly repeat the whole. until you get to the chorus, and then you're gonna just, and this is where it's also a bunch of chords. So then you're gonna play E chord, and then all on the A, 3, 5, like, and then you're gonna go to the 8th fret power chord on the A, and then 8, 7. And then the 3, 5, then you have the 3, 5, but this time you're gonna go back to the 8, but instead of going, you're gonna go 10, the 10th power chord, and then back to there, and then it just repeats the whole. And then you do that chord transition after the intro, though. So now we're going to talk about the part that happens while you're in the solo, and I kind of broke it down as you still do the whole, but then you go, then you're going to just take that to, you're just going to basically turn the whole E thing, the whole. But you're going to do that whole thing once, and then you're going to switch it to the A string and go. And then, yeah, basically you just repeat everything else of the whole. And then the chorus thing, and then, so you do the whole. But instead of going, you're gonna slide and gets to my favorite part of the song. So you're gonna do it. You're just gonna do it. Slide and then. And this is the bridge to the song, and just easily my favorite part of it. Just because it's such a simple riff, but it's also just evil sounding. And Kirk Hammett actually wrote this when he was 16. But anyway, so after that picks out, you're gonna play and the chords are all gonna be on the A string. So it's gonna be a 7th on the A. And by the way, when you do stuff like. Every time you play the 7th fret power chord, you're gonna do the palm mute fill. So after you're gonna go to the 8th fret, and then 7th, and then not 7th, 5th, and then back to 7th, and then that palm mute, and then you're going to do the 10th fret into the 8th. So. And then while that's going on, like when James Hetfield's vocals kick and he's doing that's the whole die part. Really, really cool when they play it live because they have the whole crowd just chanting, "Die! Die!" Anyway, so yeah, you got. Also, one thing I should mention while I'm here is if you're gonna play the live one, even their early days, they played this really fast. So. Basically speed this up a bit, but if you're playing modern day, it's half step down for their live, but we are in E standard. So then after you go, you're gonna hold that, and then yeah, you get to that, and then you get to the ending of the song, and it's. Quite simple, because the first part is you do the whole power chord, that one thing, you basically take part of this whole, except for removing the, and just replacing it with a. So after you do the hold, you do that again, the whole, but then instead of doing the 2nd fret, you go to the 3rd fret, and then eventually it gets to. And that's, again, just a bunch of simple power chords that are on the A. So it's, you start on the 7, so you go 7, 5, 3, 2, for the first part though. But then the second part you go 3, 2, open. Yeah, you go 3, 2, open, 3. And then repeat that, and Kirk does this part, and I know what the notes are, but it's a bit hard to do pull-offs on this guitar. I think it's just because how high the action is, but Kirk does this like solo thing. I mostly learned Kirk's solo thing from Guitar Lessons 365. I would check his video out on Creeping Death for a more professional setup on like if you want to learn solo and stuff. But anyway, and then basically the end of the song, you basically repeat the intro though. And so yeah, that is Creeping Death. So if you see this video, let me know what guitar lesson you want me to do next, and I'll do it if I do know stuff. Sorry for the delay on this one, because I got caught up with Harvester of Sorrow. But basically, let me know if it needs any critiquing. So, and yeah, hopefully you will be able to play Creeping Death.